So at first, in the second game of the season, when I had that bad landing, we thought we'd maybe be able to rehab it without surgery. We tried and tried and tried, and I wasn't getting over the hump. Couldn't run, etc. So then I had surgery January 23rd, and I removed bone spurs and kind of reshaped the surface of my ankle. So yeah.
Give me three things you can't live without.
Ooh, my phone for sure. That's the easy one. I probably shouldn't be number one, but that's definitely. I'm gonna have it right here. My phone, my family, and phone, family. Let's go music.
Music. Okay. Give me a genre of music that fans would be surprised that you listen to.
I listen to honestly every genre besides rock.
Besides rock.
Yeah, like no classic rock, and like no super EDM. Everything else I'll do, like rap, R&B.
Give me your top five artists then, since it's so wide.
Oh wow. Um, all right, I'm gonna go with Drake, J. Cole. Ever or like right now?
Ever.
Ever. I put Beyonce in there.
Okay.
Drake, J. Cole, Beyonce. Let's just do top three.
Top three. That's solid. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Are you aware that you are being called the MVP of September?
I wasn't. Who said that?
Kobe Altman.
Oh wow.
How's that sit with you?
It's great. It's kind of meaningless, but I appreciate it.
What was your off season like?
Um, so the first up until July, it was just building up to get back on the court. So a ton of lifting, a ton of rehab. It was about 5 hours a day just in the treatment room and the weight room. And then once I got to July, I finally got to ramp back up. And then I started playing probably pick up 2 times a week starting late July.
How difficult is that sort of the past year, I guess, for you been nicely where you played 2 games last year, basically missed the whole year, don't get back into instructions and push from the season. What's that like for you?
Oh, it sucks. It sucks. Basketball is all I've known since I was probably 8 years old. And to basically had that taken away from you for a whole year just sucks. Like there's no other way to put it. I think the only thing you can do is you keep the big picture in mind, and just try to get healthy and every day just thinking about what next year looks like. So that was in the back of my mind all summer.
When you go through something like this, do you have to go through a process where you like almost relearn how to trust your body when you're put in these on-court situations again?
Yeah, it just happens naturally. Like I don't sit down at night and be like, okay, I got to trust my ankle. But, especially in the beginning days, it's like, all right, can I push off hard? And then over time, it's, you get back to being you.
Who did you lean on the most to get through it all?
My younger brother, he's 22 years old. He's plays at University of Delaware. And we talk every day. So yeah.
When you were watching last year, what did you see that you think that you can bring to the team that will help?
I think just a sense of calmness on the court, an extra shot maker, a sense of calmness, someone that can help us bring us together constantly on both sides of the ball.
Where do you get that calm demeanor on the floor from?
It's how I've been my whole life. Yeah. Yeah.
What interactions have you had with Kenny, and what's your impression of him? You were with him in Golden State.
Yeah, I was with him in Golden State.
He's different as a head coach, right?
I mean, we haven't seen that yet. You know what I mean? We haven't started the season yet, but Kenny's a worker, man. He's a competitor. He's a great guy. He will communicate with 1 through 18, is it now? 1 through 18. He'll communicate with every single person. There's no, showing favoritism to certain. Like Kenny's he's a good dude, and he wants to win, and he's a worker. First one in the gym, last one to leave. Like, really can't ask for much more.
Ty, did you think you were coming back at some point last season, and then something else happened? Like, what was that like? Did it kind of surprise you the way it went?
Yeah, of course. When I first got hurt, I didn't even think I was going to need surgery. So we went 3 months trying to rehab it without surgery. We tried We tried a PRP shot. We tried, a bunch of different things, and then I just couldn't get over the hump. So surgery, we had to go the surgery route.
Well, was it a high ankle sprain or was it
I had to remove bone spurs, and I had to reshape the surface of bones in my ankle.
When you're out for such a long time, and you really didn't get the opportunity that you wanted to even like put your mark on this new team. There's a reason why you signed. Like, do you have an approach of like trying to push yourself, or like how are you approaching this coming this year?
I think it's always the same. I think you always just do your job. You don't want to get too caught up in like trying to prove yourself. I mean, every day you're proving something to yourself. You're proving something to your team. You're proving something to the like every day. That's how it is, But you don't want to get too caught up in that. You know what I mean? You just want to. I want to be who I am. I'm confident in who I am. I want to play my game, and that's gonna help the team.
This is a deep team. How enjoyable is the process of competing with your teammates to find a spot in the rotation and to make sure that you guys are making each other better?
Oh, it's awesome. We've been playing together pretty much all September. Voluntarily, guys have just you know been eager to get back and play together and play pickup together, and it's been player led, which has been really cool. And we got a bunch of guys that love to compete, so it's awesome. Yeah.
And just being a student of the game, in your mind, who is the most underrated player in league history?
League history.
Yeah.
Ooh, you got some
Gotta
tough
see if you
questions.
know ball, man.
League history. League history. Give me a second. League history. Wow.
I feel like everybody can tell us getting the kind of now. So you take 24, so that doesn't like about motors.
Pleasure. I mean, you've always taken pictures. I got it.
What, can we do league? Can we do current players, bro? League history is the league history is too much for me. We got to do current. I'll give you two. I think Jalen Williams, in Oklahoma City. I know it's only he's going into his third year,
All right, man.
but I think he had a hell of a year last year. I don't think we talked about it enough. And then I think Dante DiVincenzo just got traded to the Timberwolves. He's a hell of a player too. He doesn't get talked about enough either.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, that's all.
Right, obviously, we're dealing with some injuries, but you've gotten to know this team before and what it looks like. When you look at what the season could be developmentally wise, what do you think is, can be done heading into the season to help grow guys, the young guys, and maybe even some guys that like yourself that you have something that you maybe want to work on this year?
Well, I think individually you got to do most of your work in the summer. I think when you by the time it comes to this point in the year, it becomes about us and not what you need to work on. But I think collectively as a unit, I think our focus is to get better every day. Obviously, championship is the goal. That's what everyone works for. So we put this team together for. It's not going to be easy, and it's going to be a process, and we're going to have to build. But that's what we want to build towards.
Kobe mentioned that Donovan had a bunch of guys here working out in the summer, and he talked about the individual work that has to happen in the summer. How big of a role does that play when you guys are able to kind of get together early or stay in contact throughout that offseason?
Yeah, I mean that's everything. Guys got to work on their game. At the end of the day, coach can do this, someone can do that. We got to make shots, we got to make plays, we got to be together. And I think us getting together early and it being player led and Donovan stepping up and doing that, that kind of hits all those. It helps our chemistry early. It helps our individual work early. And we get used to each other early.
I'm sure you've been asked, how are you feeling?
I feel great. Ankle feels great.
And then what kind of impact do you think feeling healthy, feeling better, that you can provide for this roster and this team?
You get an extra shot maker, you get another competitor, another winner, and just a good decision maker.